Welcome back, episode 148 of Revisited, and talking about a creator we've actually talked about before, but that was a live stream. This time, we're doing an actual video.
I feel like we've talked about him twice.
We might have.
Was he the Trunks guy as well?
He was definitely Trunks. Oh yeah, we did a double video, I think it was, because he also talked about the waste potential of Gohan. I believe we did that video as well. We are talking about the Black Mastadonte and his video. Why Hunter x Hunter is so good. Emoji. Fist emoji, I guess. In parentheses. Hunter x Hunter analysis. Explosion emoji.
It's not.
Yeah, there's good to extrapolate out of Hunter x Hunter, but for the most part, I feel like it's fairly uninteresting, unengaging to me at least, series that has a few bright spots.
I'm happy for people that is coming back, or came back, or it is now defunct again, and it is needed. But yeah, I really, the only thing I care about getting into is the Nan Beast stuff. Because I'm so curious. Because that sounds very dumb.
The dumbest.
Surface level.
Awesome.
I don't know much about them other than the fact that they exist. Mm-hmm. But when you couple that with everything else, it sounds dumb.
So description, boys.
So I've been spending way too much time talking about Dragon Ball Z on this channel. If I'm going to talk about anime, I need to start delving into different, anime. So to start, let's talk about the greatness that is Hunter x Hunter. Don't forget to keep your conversations going in the comments. What's your favorite moment in Hunter x Hunter? Do you have any other anime in mind that you think are better? Bunch of stuff. Yeah, Vegeta had the best character development in DBZ. I don't remember if we did that. We both got the dumb brain that we can't remember anything that we've done. So who knows? Who cares? What the ever?
This guy seems to be a very big viral hit / How to Fight fan, which is one of my favorite manhwa of all time.
There you go. He doesn't have bad taste. He's got Brook. He's got
Jinbei.
I was ignoring that to look over at Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Bebop, there's some stuff there. It's just
the stuff that's not there.
It's just, and the stuff that is also there, like the Naruto, the Dragon Ball Z, the Jinbei.
So let's see what he has to say about Hunter x Hunter.
Huh. You know what kills me, Conscience?
What?
There are still people out there who've never seen Hunter x Hunter.
That shit, I understand it's a joke, but not everyone should be watching this shit.
Especially since it only really popped off with the 2011.
What? Bro, you lying.
I'm dead ass, bro. There are people in this world, people alive as we speak, who still have yet to see the greatest that is Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. You know what that means, right?
We gotta educate the masses, bruh.
Facts. Let's talk about Hunter x Hunter.
I really don't like his editing choices. I understand it's very much of the time. This is essentially the meta of YouTube editing. I'm just personally not a fan of it. It's too flashy. It's too much going on.
I think it's fine. It's loud though.
Alright fam, before we get knee deep into this Hunter x Hunter video, I gotta tell you about this dope service called Japan Code Supply.
What do you think it does?
Never heard of it.
What do you think it is?
It's a proxy service. You buy stuff from Japanese eBay and they ship it to you.
Okay. Not so much proxy, but I feel like it connects you with sales that are in Japan that can ship to the US.
Mm-hmm. This website allows you to buy Japanese prepaid gift cards for all your Japanese media enjoyment. They have...
Well, that sounds like it's an illegal.
Legitimately illicit activities. Like,
I use your money to buy Japanese, not even money, it's a Japanese gift card to use on other
And the best part, they're untraceable. Okay, like,
Yeah, this seems like some. I'm fixing to buy me some lolicon, but I'm not trying to get tracked. It's not gonna be in my name.
Gift card so you can buy some music, but most importantly, they have Nintendo and
so you can buy some music. No one is buying Japanese music.
This has to be the purest of I want to support my favorite artists, but they're all the way over there.
But I feel like you can, because I've bought games from Japan through PlayStation, and the only thing it just kind of converts your money into yen.
Or just a normal proxy service, and so you don't have to go give their money, and then you get a gift card, and then you still gotta go out and buy it. Seems like one too many steps, really.
gift card so you can buy some music, but most importantly, they have Nintendo and PSN gift cards, bruh. How can you not get hyped for that?
You can buy Nintendo and PSN. The only thing this could be is whatever has happened in the recent times. You can't just be in America and buy Japanese games. So this allows you to buy a PSN card.
This was
so you
5 years ago. Proxy service
Do they-
exists back then.
Does this exist? Does this still exist?
Yes. They're selling the gift cards at a discount.
Oh, okay. These are stolen credit cards. Buying them in
No,
bulk.
I don't think. Maybe not. Maybe it's just they get it.
Wholesale. How deep of a discount?
Is it even a discount? No, this isn't a discount at all. Or maybe not. Or maybe it is. Oh no, it's not a discount.
Okay, so it's
'Cause-
just the cards.
It is 10,000 yen,
Mm-hmm.
and then they have 140 slashed out for 79. But even still, this is the 10,000 yen is $67. So I guess Japanese Cold Supply got to get theirs as well. They got to get a little off the top. But doing that slash out, this is on sale thing, that is illegal.
Oh yeah,
You can't do like this is on sale and it's always this price. You can't do that.
yeah. That's very much what a lot of gacha games do. Where, hey, this is a 2,000 value that we're slashing for 800, but you set all the values. Like that makes no sense. Yeah, someone could literally just VPN into wherever.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Japanese Apple.
This just does not make any sense. Because then you've got your Japanese iTunes, but you still gotta go pay for the thing. This makes such little sense.
lit. So if this intrigues you, go down to my Japan Code Supply link in the description below, or right here on the screen, because I know some people aren't gonna actually go to the description. But yeah, check it out, see if you like it.
Just
Get you some
cards. It's not even like figures.
Why would it be? You use the cards to buy the figures. I'm failing to see the problem, DA.
What is this?
DA, I'm failing to see the problem. He's so bewildered by
It
this.
just doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, it is.
Yeah,
what
they're
it is.
still tweeting.
Oh, they're active? Yeah, no,
They
that's
are
crazy.
big active. Are they active? Because they are getting literally 0 likes and favorites.
Oof.
And they've got 5,000 followers.
I wonder if they still send out like affiliate links to people or try to sponsor their videos.
Nah.
This is a front. You're starting to feel like
you
this
ain't
is a
got
money laundering.
5,000 followers and you get 90, 100 views
No.
per tweet 2 days ago. Nah.
Yeah, nah, something's broken there. There's got to be a lot of botting going on.
Nah. Oh, this is crazy. All right.
Gift cards if you want to, but if not, it's all good. Anyways, let's get back in this video. Alright, so Hunter x Hunter takes place in a beautiful world filled with magical creatures and a whole bunch of crazy shit, right? Inside this world, there are these guys called Hunters.
It is.
Is this Earth?
Sure.
I don't think they've ever said what planet. This is Planet Hunt.
But as we learned from certain individuals, not saying a thing in a series mean that they also didn't say the thing in a series. And so we can both be right.
Oh man. The world of Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, no. They don't. It's just called the world of Hunter x Hunter.
Correct.
Isn't I would. Okay. Sure.
Hunters, right? Hunters to me are essentially mercenaries. However, they're mercenaries who can do whatever the hell they want. You could be
That's mercenaries.
an exploring hunter,
That's mercenaries.
a hunter who kills monsters,
That's mercenaries.
a cooking hunter.
That's mercenary. Well, not mercenaries.
There are multiple different hunters for multiple different things. However, it's like when you're a hunter, you're like the best at what you do. So it's like if you are a
Well,
cooking
not
hunter,
really, because we don't really see. We see two cooking hunters. It's not like we're going out on hunting missions and we're seeing all our hunter pals.
Yeah, it's not like we see a regular chef in the series comparatively to the hunter chef or chef hunter or whatever.
It's really just a title that you have, and it doesn't really grant you anything other than the ability to move freely and all that. But for us, the audience looking in, just like, oh man, that's a food hunter. I don't know what that is. I don't know why I should really care about that. I don't know how prestigious that is.
you are like Chef Ramsay type cooking. Like you are out here doing
Ramsay's not even the best in his field.
some bullshit ass recipe on Delish. You're doing some crazy ass complex French recipe that only Gordon Ramsay can do. Basically, hunters are just like the best at what they do, right? And within this world is one of our main protagonists, because I'll get into it later, but there's a reason why there is not just one protagonist, in my opinion. But within
Every series has multiple protagonists. Every series has multiple
point of view characters that we follow
multiple
for
antagonists.
Times.
The only thing you could say is there isn't one main character. Maybe that's what you're looking for. But even then, I'd say that's incorrect because it is gone.
But I just don't see that as such a big thing where it's just so worthy of praise.
It's worthy of praise because it's not typical.
But that's just not enough.
It is enough.
They all got
Because
people got stuff going on.
when
Big
you
deal.
got-
I'm gonna write it.
When you've got 1,000 shonen series to parse through, when you see something that's not typical, it's like, holy! I gotta talk about how not typical it is. Not the stuff within it, because that doesn't matter. Because who cares if you see another series like the one you just saw? Even if the new series is doing things much better than the old series, and there's a lot to talk about, it's not as good as that new series having something new.
But when you look at the whole, there's multiple main characters. And I know he's gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you got the four of them, and then they break apart, and then you just got Gon and Killua, and then Kurapika comes back. Leorio's still gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kurapika bounces, and it's still Gon and Killua.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's still Gon and Killua.
Mm-hmm.
And
Killua bounces for a while.
And then Leorio's back. It seems like just that one arc was somebody else focused. You got the Deuteragonist of Gon and Killua.
You wanted to say Deuteronomy.
Yep, I did. Because I just yesterday listened to the Cats soundtrack.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because of the Demon Slayer video. Hopefully it's been received well. Hopefully people
Understand.
But yeah, I didn't have time, so I was just like, I need my fix because just getting a little burnt out.
Fix is crazy for anything regarding cats.
No. But yeah, you got the deuterogonist of those two. You got a little bit of a break where it is a pretty Killua. A Kurapika focused arc.
Mm-hmm.
But still going to Killua there, and they're still affecting the plot and everything. And then he bounces. I feel bad for the person whose favorite character is Leorio because he don't do nothing.
Yeah. Even in, as far as we know, the Nambi stuff and Dark Continent, he ain't doing shit.
No. It's it's Kurapika on a boat with some princes or something. But I just can't bring myself to.
Hey,
I don't care.
Hashtag I understand.
I don't, and it's not. And it's never gonna get finished.
Hashtag you are seen.
So if I'm interested, it's just like, oh man, I want more. It's never gonna happen. If I'm not interested, it's just like, well, at least you do me the courtesy of finishing this.
This brothers are basically protagonists. Gon is a kid who's trying to become a hunter so he can find his father Jing. In another episode, we're gonna get into
Shank.
Isn't that his name?
King.
I don't think that's his name.
That's us.
I'm not confident enough in the pronunciation of his name.
That's fair.
so he can find his father Jing. In another episode, we're gonna get into why Jing is like the worst anime father
Am I wrong? No, I'm not confident.
The state of you.
ever, but moving on, right? So yeah, it is Gon's goal to become a hunter and find his father, right? Throughout his adventure, he meets a whole bunch of friends like Kurapika, Leorio, Killua, who was my boy, and a whole bunch of different people. And it's just a dope-ass adventure.
Now we're not even gonna hold you. This anime starts off hella slow.
Indeed it does. The first arc in Hunter x Hunter, or the Hunter exam arc, is not necessarily bad, but to the regular anime watcher, it may just seem like filler. Like, honestly speaking, when I first...
But you get a lot of the characters.
No, that's not what they want.
You get to vaguely understand what hunters are. You get some action. You get to see how characters react in certain situations. Killua just rips a dude's heart out.
How dark is it?
There's fighting. There's a tournament. There's Hisoka. Hisoka's good.
How different is it?
It's pretty different. There's a guy in a suit, and they're like, "Oh man, hunting
How
or whatever."
thematic is it?
Pretty thematic when you think about it. There's themes of
Friendship.
togetherness, adventure.
Insert whatever you're gonna say about Demon Slayer, Naruto, Bleach. It's got them.
watched the first arc in Hunter x Hunter, I had to restart the show a few times because I stopped watching it out of boredom. Like, yeah, it's slow. It's really slow.
Yeah, watching the Hunter exam arc in Hunter x Hunter was like watching the Ninja War arc in Naruto. Like, it was annoying watching all the bullshit happen, but you knew it was gonna build to something that was fire.
And you compare that to Naruto, which means you believe that the Ninja War was fire. It built into something fire. The Ninja War sucked.
What is the issue with the arc other than it's slow?
And even then, what does slow mean in regards to this? Because I don't think it's any slower than even legitimately York New City. Wow, I don't see how that's fast.
There's action. There's the going and getting the badge from Hisoka.
I don't know.
There's plenty. There's a tournament. I don't understand what's the problem, and he's not explaining.
I gotta assume they mean those first like 3 episodes, not necessarily the Hunter exam itself. Just hey, them, and then they get on the boat, Gon, and then Gon gets on the boat, and then they get off the boat.
Okay, so he's an anime watcher because the Hunter exam is over in 37 chapters.
And my god, did it build up. Like, y'all don't understand. This anime literally went from 0 to 100 in like 1 arc. Like, 2 of my favorite arcs.
That's crazy to give the Hunter exam a flat 0.
Yeah.
Hunter x Hunter, right, would be the Heaven's Arena arc and the Yorkview arc, right? These arcs happen fairly close to the Hunter exam arc, right? These arcs were a far cry away from the original Hunter exam arc. Like, the Hunter exam arc was friendly, it was go lucky, like you met all the characters, it was...
Pause.
He ripped a dude's heart out.
Hisoka is introduced killing people. And then he goes after Leorio, and you go, oh no, is Leorio gonna be killed? And it's a distinct possibility.
I don't understand how, like, Heaven's Arena is any different than what happened in York New.
Dude was just like, go on, quit, or I'm gonna break all of your arms and legs.
And
was
he
just like,
started doing so.
do what you gotta do, pimp. And then Killua killed a guy, and they were just like, well, by means of murder, everybody advances but the murderer.
Don't know what that was about, but he's out of here.
Well,
And so is this guy. Sweep him up.
it happens.
Don't even remember his name. Already
Oh
out
no, your brother is psychologically torturing you? Whoa, that's kid friendly.
How can I possibly save you from this? Oh, don't worry. It's a physical thing. I'm just gonna... Yep.
My God. And people...
Never forget how that was resolved. Never forget. It wasn't even like some, hey, it shorts out because the thing is about like hurting Gon or something. It's literally, I'm gonna just reach it to my dome.
It's like, hey, I did have that thing in my head that's been hindering my abilities and my perception and causing me to fear and run. Why don't I just take that out? All right.
Arc was friendly, it was go lucky, like you met all the characters, it was haha, funny, whatever, happy anime shit, except for some things in the Hunter exam arc, like Hisoka and Illumi, all that shit was kind of wild. In the York New and the Heaven's Arena arc,
how can you be a fan of One Piece and go, oh, that happy-go-lucky? What do you covet in a series?
I do not think that they got through it all. I think that he said he had to go back and rewatch it. I don't think that he finished it.
Mm-hmm. Just went on to the next one.
Yes.
shit got crazy out of nowhere. We were going from happy anime shit to niggas, you may just die. Like,
see?
Yeah, he ain't watch it.
Yeah, no, he did not watch it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You love the series.
100%.
And I am now of the belief you did not consume all of this series, but, you know, I can't say anything with you here.
I don't know what you're referring to. He could have just gotten the advice of, look, it's whatever, just skip it, and then get to the good stuff.
But you shouldn't listen to that.
No, you should not listen to that.
Mubs was like, JoJo's picks up at 3, but you really should start from the beginning. And I went, I'm going to start from the beginning.
You can't just start in Alabasta.
You can't. You can't start at Arlong Park. You're not going to feel the same.
shit was crazy, bro. Crazy wild.
Now,
Hey, it's so crazy.
Pretty hype.
Can't believe how crazy, wild it is.
They've gotten in, and they've
We
got
are
people
almost
just
4
as
minutes
finger
into this,
bullets.
and he went, the beginning is kind of slow, but the rest of the
you want some
series
gift
is,
cards?
you want some gift cards from a different country to buy whatever you need from that country. And wow, it's crazy wild.
now this change of pace highlighted 3 very important things about this anime. The world building,
Hunter x Hunter doesn't have great world building.
No, it doesn't, because they just had to pull back of just like, well, there's a whole nother part of the world that we don't know nothing about, and now we're learning about this.
the character development, and the pure realness of this anime.
Things got real as opposed to the ones that get fake.
The things that stay little kid stuff where nobody dies or anything.
Can't
There's
think of a thing.
shonen don't progress. They regress, except for Hunter x Hunter.
Let's start with my favorite part about this anime, the character development. Hunter x Hunter is a very different type of anime in that
As opposed to, in relation to...
It's always different, but it's never really specified what it's different from.
It's
Everything.
different from the things that it's different from.
But you can't just say that. Like, it's different from other shonen. Yes, okay, there are 8,000 shonen out there doing 4,000 different things. So it's gonna, by just process of elimination, be different from other ones. But that doesn't really speak to anything. It doesn't really explain anything.
I wonder what more than Gone and Killua can he say?
Even there. Alright, let's just hear what he's saying.
My favorite part about this anime, the character development. Hunter x Hunter is a very different type of anime in that it never makes you feel like there is one protagonist. Like, going back...
Is Goku the only protagonist of Dragon Ball?
I would say no. I would say no.
That's very interesting that you would say that.
Yep.
Very,
And like I said,
very interesting.
who cares?
Ooh.
And he likes Naruto, and a large portion of Shippuden is Sasuke focused.
Oh yeah, there's no way you could just say there's one protagonist of Naruto. Muzz was literally clowning at like Naruto's the name of the series and he ain't here.
He ain't here.
Though I think Hunter x Hunter came out first.
Yes.
Was that a bird?
I hope so.
Yeah, it might be a coon or something.
to the Hunter exam arc, right? Obviously the story focused on Gon, but there was also a lot of focus on 3 of the other main characters, being Killua.
Okay, but
How was there a lot of quote unquote focus? If it's just being their focus.
you learn about what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why they want to become hunters. You see their interactions and stuff. But how is this any different from the first arc of any series? Naruto, you get all of that. You get their
Bleach, you
wants
get
and-
all of that.
It's not a big thing that characters are characters in a manga or anime or show or anything.
Kurapika and Leorio. It's like the Hunter exam arc was meant to introduce these characters, and you slowly saw how each of them had like their own goals. Like they mentioned their goals, they talked about what they want, why they want to become hunters, which is cool because like I feel like in a lot of anime it's just like we want to become hunters because we want to be strong or we want to get money, but like they all had specific.
Leorio's was specifically about money so he could become a doctor for his friend.
And you know that's not right because you got One Piece and everybody has a different goal or dream. You know that's not right.
I feel like a bunch of different anime would do. Name them. Name them.
My Hero. People want to become heroes for different reasons. Fame, money, living up to a legacy, testing yourself. There's a lot of different reasons why people want to become a hero.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
And this is another one of those, a lot of anime.
And it's
this
so
is different.
tiring. Like, there's ways to do this. But don't just say other anime, unlike others. Typical shit. Like, name them.
Don't prop this up by pushing other things down.
Become hunters because we want to be strong or we want to get money, but like they all had specific.
But what would be wrong with that?
Why would that be any different than, hey, I want to find my dad versus I need money because my caretaker is dying?
Real reasons as to why they want to become hunters, like how Kurapika wanted to avenge his whole clan, Sasuke stopped.
Yeah, that's really realistic. How can you say it's different and then name somebody that's just like?
How Leorio wants to become a doctor and wants to use the money he would become as he would get as a hunter to.
I want money. No, what?
Become a doctor, like simple shit like that was hype because I was like, okay, different characters, different goals. I can get behind.
I like how he didn't say why Killua wanted to be one because there's not really a reason.
Nope. Nope.
Each one of these characters for different reasons. But it's just fucking dope how much spotlight they put on these characters that are technically not the protagonists of the show. Not a lot of animes do that.
You are lying!
You're just lying, dude. Most anime do this.
Literally, Kakashi sits them down and go, why do you want to be a ninja?
This is unbelievable.
What Muffs is just sitting there?
Lying.
Like, understand, Dragon Ball Z was very much a Goku show. Like, yes, they put some time.
No, there was no main goal for Dragon Ball.
Yes.
So there isn't anything for a Yamcha to work towards.
Mm. But even then, you have a lot of times. All he's talking about so far is, you know, their goals and such. But you know what Yamcha wants. You know what Krillin wants. You know what these people want. And very many times, Goku not there. He, like 80% of Namek, that man is not around. 80% of the cells, he is not around.
A lot of Boo, he's not around.
Yes, at the end of the day, he's gonna come beat the big bad. But so much of the series is centered around the people around him, as opposed to just him.
I like how he has a Spider-Verse poster when that movie introduced and developed 5 different spider people in a span of 2 hours. And he's just like, this has multiple characters and multiple different, like, yes, it is very easy to have characters doing things different from other things and acting and being and wanting different things.
To other characters, but mainly like the person who saved the day was Goku. Naruto was a very Naruto show. It's named Naruto. Naruto's the hero of the story. Like, that show was mostly about Naruto. That anime was mostly about Naruto. However, Hunter x Hunter followed different character stories. Like, right now in the manga, they're not even talking about Gon. And you would think that doesn't make any sense.
But he knows for a fact that even though it does follow Naruto's story, that it's not about Naruto fully. He knows that. But it is easier to praise Hunter x Hunter by simply saying it's not like Naruto.
I wonder how he would feel if Gon just arrived on the boat.
Then he would at least have, well, there were 40 chapters where he wasn't there.
Like Naruto?
Yes. But what of it?
Because Gon is the main character, right? No, Kurapika's the main character. Like, Kurapika, someone who we thought was just a side character.
Kurapika is the main character of an arc, and I wouldn't even say he's the main character, he's the main focus of an arc.
Why would we think that he's a side character? Hang on.
He is one of the protagonists.
I'm looking at the opening. So you got Gon, you got Hunter x Hunter, hooray. You got Leorio. It is like the 5th shot in this muff and opening is Kurapika. Why would we? He's got a full on like, hey, here he is. This your boy. It is, and he is a person that we know the dreams and goals of. He's one of the 4 people that are around as they're going through the Hunter exam. It's not like the dudes that's just like, hey, I'm here and then they just lose and they just drop off. He's here for all 37 of those chapters. Why are we just like, well, we're never gonna see this dude again? That's like saying you would think that Sakura's a side character. No, there are different levels of main characters.
And what's funny is Sakura got a whole like arc dedicated to her of trying to go to retrieve Sasuke in Shippuden. So how is this any different than what happened with Kurapika?
But
was Sakura the main character?
But it's just like, obviously Gon is the main character, but that doesn't mean that other people cannot be the main character.
At least the main focus of whatever arc or whatever they're in.
Is the current main character of Hunter x Hunter. When does that happen? Like, how often does
JoJo's.
that happen in anime?
Pause.
Never.
When does that happen? How often does that happen? Almost never. So it does happen. So it's not doing anything special because it is, the options are one main focus character or multiple main focus characters. It is either or. You can have one, you can have the other. Neither is intrinsically better than the other. I just don't understand why this is worthy of praise for simply doing it like this. Because when you look over at One Piece, the whole like 20 chapter stretch of Egghead that is just like, we ain't talking about what's happening in Egghead, baby.
Dash.
We go around the world. I'm like, thank you. Great stuff. Go back to Egghead. Obviously, this was 5 years ago, so it wasn't there, but still.
When does that happen? Like, how often does that happen in anime? Almost never. Usually when you see the protagonist, that's it. It's either the protagonist's son takes up the reins and they become the protagonist, or the protagonist dies.
What's with the loud beat all of a sudden? I thought that someone was coming through my speakers.
Maybe the protagonist's brother does. I don't know. Anime is weird. You know what I mean, though.
No, I don't. You need to explain what you mean when you say that it doesn't really happen, because it...
Keep going.
Because it does happen.
You can't have an assertion. I didn't know if you were done or not.
It's fine.
You can't have an assertion, then go, I can't really explain it. And then, like, you get it, though.
Dragon Ball is false, but we'll say that it's true. Naruto, you know it's not true that we only get a focus on Naruto, because there's a whole Shika arc that Naruto just rocks up and kills Kuzan, and that's it. Not Kuzan. Hidan.
Hidan?
Yeah, Hidan and Kakazu. No, he killed Kakazu, and Hidan was killed by Shika. Because Kuzan is One Piece.
Hunter is technically about Gon trying to find his bitch ass daddy, like Dochi said. We'll get to that in another video. It's also about all these other characters and their stories.
Killua has
But not really.
You can't show Leorio and
You
then go,
cannot.
it's about the other. Who was that blonde haired dude? I don't even know.
I forget who he is. But Leorio just leaves the story for 2/3 of it. Then he rocks up with a nin ability like, yeah, he has a nin ability.
had his own arc. Leorio kind of had like half of arc to show how much he grew.
You kinda had like half an arc. Come on, he did the one punch, and that was it.
And then he died.
And
I mean, he might as well have, because where is he?
He's probably doing something in the manga. We don't know, because you were too big of cowards to read it.
Not a coward to read it, a coward to start reading it.
How is that any different?
Once you're doing the thing, you're no longer cowardly in that.
No, that's this dude where you're just like, I had to restart this so many times because it was boring.
You're scared of heights. Mm-hmm. If you were to... It's basically starting the manga is starting to get on the roller coaster. You're still afraid there. Once you're on the roller coaster, it's not like that fear disappears, that cowardice disappears. You're just still afraid. The cowardice disappears once we start reading. The cowardice of starting it.
When I went to Six Flags, we had early pass for the thing.
When was this?
Boy, this was early. I was like mid-20s.
Okay.
But we had early pass. So we went a couple rides, and it was just like, all right, let's go on the big ride because it's always going to fill up. Even now, it's filling up. Yes. And it is the biggest, highest thing ever.
Yes.
And it's a big, long ride. So as we're standing in line, people are filing in behind us. It's already a big, big line. It's like 30-minute line. So we get on, and it's just going up and up and up and up and up. And I'm just thinking, like, if there was a button that I could press that I could just reverse it and everybody gets off, I would do it. So, no, it doesn't go away.
No, that's what I'm saying, though.
No, but it's not like, oh, I'm up here, so why? Well, no, like, no.
Yeah,
I would have ruined it for everybody.
Yes,
and it would have been a big like arrow that comes out like, this is the coward, point and shame. And I'm like, Bring it on. I ain't get on
Take
there,
a picture.
Yeah, that's right. Yo, get back in line, cucks.
Yeah, back of the line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's my point. The cowardice and fear didn't disappear once you were on it or doing it. That's the difference. Once we're reading the manga, we will be able to just read the manga.
And that's why I said that. If it was a button that I could have pressed, and you know what the button is? Closing my tablet.
Yeah,
because I ain't gotta be here.
But you'll close it and then go, all right, it's been like 2 weeks since I've read it. Let me go back to that.
You think that's what happened with Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest? You think that's what happened with Eden Zero? You think that's what happened? Is that what happened with Bleach for you?
No.
Oh, so where are you getting this hypothetical from? What is this analogy when you're the guy?
Because this is the thing you want. The 100-Year Quest was a bunch of people going, hey, DA, shrug, 100-Year Quest, none.
No.
So you started that and you went,
Nope.
I ain't gotta be here.
No. I started it after I finished Fairy Tail because I was like, Fairy Tail was immensely interesting, entertaining from start to finish. And then I got to 100-Year Quest. I was like, this just don't hit the same.
And you don't want to.
No?
You want to read the NIMBY
But you don't, but you have to get there.
Yes.
And I don't know
that's the
how far it
cowardice.
is before we get there, so I can just pull the ripcord and get the big arrow pointing up at the coward.
I don't think you're going to pull the ripcord. I don't think you're going to hit the button and reverse out of something you do want to read, at least to have the knowledge of. There is no reason to have the knowledge of Eden Zero right now. Zero
There
reason.
might be.
We got a whole video.
No, it's over. So it could be.
There is no... What have you ever heard about Eden Zero? What is the buzz about Eden Zero? Positive or negative? What is a thing that happened in Eden Zero that you have come across that other people have talked about?
I remember the Jalal and the Urza stabbed each other.
Also, Astro Royale is getting canceled.
It is not doing well.
The new volume had less pages, and it is basically they do that because they don't want the quote unquote next volume, which they know is going to be the final volume, to be too short. So they'll take out like 2 chapters from this volume and put it in that one. And they took out 2 chapters from this volume.
Good.
They know this not going well, and that is gonna go out of here.
Which is both good and bad because I want it.
No, dude. You want to talk about cowardice? You want to talk about fear? I ain't gotta be here. I started rereading
That's the one.
I got 4 chapters in, and I went, call here. Where's the button?
What am I doing here? Nobody's keeping
I
me here.
could hit the button to erase Astro Royale out of everybody's mind, I would. It's a terrible series.
So the
As long as it doesn't get an anime, it's gonna die.
the chairman arc ends on chapter 339, and Nin beasts are introduced in chapter 349.
10
It is
chapters.
10 chapters.
Beautiful.
The entirety of everything that we talked about is null and void
Beautiful.
because it's
Beautiful.
just 10 chapters.
Beautiful.
I see. Mayhaps I shall venture into Hunter x Hunter.
No, it was never not a venture going into it. Like, it was going to happen. The only thing is, when is that gonna happen? And that's the cowardice.
And the worst thing is, I can just read the wiki, but I just
No. That, you know
that's the cowardice.
Yeah, oh yeah. Just reading the wiki. You know that's not good enough. You know it's not good enough. You've got to feel them in bees. What was he talking about?
Show kind of had like half of art to show
yeah.
how much he grew and stuff. Kurapika had multiple moments in the anime outside of him being the main character in the manga right now. And even some villains had their own arcs, bruh. Like, it's wild how much attention they get to.
So if you want to say a villain had an arc, how is the Namek Saga not Frieza's arc?
Or Vegeta's arc.
That is especially not anything at all. You get a full Doflamingo backstory.
All these different characters. It's like every single person plays a role in this story, and that's very
important.
important.
That's Netero.
Oh, okay. Every single person plays a role in this story. I don't necessarily agree. I don't know what role necessarily Melody played, but I haven't remembered that series in a long time. So
the ninja
Hanzo, yeah, he became. I'ma break your. I guess I can't break your no more. You're still a hunter though, bruh.
He was in the Hunter arc. Yep, of course he was in the Hunter arc. He has exactly one sentence in the Heaven's Arena arc. During Gohan and Killer was training in the Heaven's Arena, it was revealed by Wing that Hanzo has learned then after the Hunter exam. He was in the 13th Chairman election arc, where he has 2 paragraphs. Succession contest arc, where he's on the boat now, I guess.
He's
on the boat.
Man.
He's boat gang.
To do in animes, because once you forget about certain characters and then you reintroduce them, we're just like, that's weird. But in Hunter x Hunter, you never do that because
you watch One Piece cover story mobs come back and
Wapple came back.
Come on now.
You're like, this is JoJo's, dude. You've got to understand. It's not special. If I were to make a video on JoJo's, it would never be like this. I have no interest in going. You never see the protagonist die and multiple protagonists throughout. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Konohamaru was what, chapter 2?
Maybe 3, but
and
essentially.
Did he do anything else in Naruto proper? I don't think so.
No. In Shippuden.
And then he shows back up in Shippuden, like this dude said.
Body is important. Everybody matters. You can really tell that Yoshihiro Tagashi, the creator of Hunter x Hunter, really put a lot of time and effort.
I think it's crazy that halfway into the video you say the man's name for the first time.
Each character. You can tell from their actions and their backstory. Like, bro, it's lit. This anime is an anime about.
What is it about? What is it about?
What is it about? This anime is an anime about
emotion, humanity.
Different character stories and also their relationships with each other. Because take my 2 favorite characters, for example, Gon and Killua. You watch these kids become.
Oh, your 2 favorite characters are the main characters? That's very interesting.
A bit of a coincidence, if nothing else.
Closer and closer in terms of friendship as the anime goes on. You could tell that Gon legitimately cared about this kid, and Killua cared about him just the same. And just watching them travel the world together and be clowns and train, and I was just like, I wish I could have went through this with my best friend. Like, I wish we could have traveled the world and became
relatability.
Why would you want to do dangerous missions where you can die just so you can play Chop the Hand?
I think it's more about just the carefree, we're on our own path.
That's what kids did.
Yes. It's
they just did it on a grander scale.
I don't want to be doing nothing with nobody like that.
Yeah, no, people suck.
Hunters and fought shit. Like, oh my god, like, honestly, if you watch Hunter x Hunter after this video, watch it with your best friend in the world, because you will enjoy Gon and Killua's story so much. It's such a good story.
That is pure relatability stuff. It is better because it is friendship and cool and happy. But what about when they start to grow apart in the Chimera Ant arc?
But you can feel that too, because there have been times where you and your best friend are going through a rough patch.
But they don't really reconcile until it's like,
but they do reconcile.
Of the Chimera Ant arc is that they're separated, and then their reconciliation is just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, that's how friends reconcile. Don't you remember Harry Potter, Ron and Harry, the way they reconciled with each other? Don't even worry about it, big homie. Get in here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good story. Like, understand at the end of Hunter x Hunter, I cried. I cried a lot.
This man was super emotionally invested in this.
Yeah.
And that's really the difference of whether you're gonna enjoy something or not if you're emotionally invested in it. I was not emotionally invested in Hunter x Hunter, so I didn't care if Gon and or Killua died or the
he
plight
met
they
his daddy, or oh man, there's this magical wish sister, and poof, Gon's cool now.
the powers.
Oh
were
no,
cool.
but he can't use Nin. Oh, okay,
What does that mean?
he got to accomplish his goal, so curtain down on Gon.
Was it worth it, son? Yeah, I guess.
But enough about the character development. Let's get into the world building.
You didn't mention the character development.
Yeah, no, he just
No.
kind of
The development. This is one of the people that are just take that character development means that we learn about character.
which is what it should be, honestly.
So, as I said before,
But
the world
if we're taking it like that, come on now. What anime doesn't? Tagashi's previous work, Yu.
of Hunter x Hunter is a beautiful magical place, filled with beautiful magical monsters. However, what Hunter x Hunter does with their world is very similar to One Piece, which I very much like. They educate you about the world. Like, they actually build the world so that when shit happens in the world, it makes
Let's
sense.
hear it.
I love when animes do good world building,
He's gonna
because
be
you start getting
Jinchuriki
interested in
Island.
different aspects of the world. Like, for example, Hunter x Hunter has these crazy moments where they just randomly tell you about some random government in the middle of the world or whatever, or they tell you about some random ass monster or some guy.
No, it's not random.
yeah,
It's
that's
the main
kind of-
villain, and we get to see the
that's not at
entire.
all. It's
we-
the whole. It's the arc is named Ants, and of course we're gonna see about the ants and
Yeah.
know about the ants and how they come about. I don't think that that's very fair to say that some random thing like that chimera ants. Like no, that's the thing.
Like Hunter, right? But because
What?
government in the middle of the world or whatever, or they tell you about some random ass monster or some godlike hunter, right?
They show the path of a character.
That is Netero, the leader of the Hunter Society.
That's the character development you're looking for. I don't even think we got to see how he grew into the leader of that, or how the Hunter Guild was created.
Yeah, they showed him doing the punches, and then he was super strong. And I guess you just bow down to the super strongest.
But because you were told about stuff like this prior to this event, you're like, oh, that's what that is. That's fire. Or, oh, this
What
is
do you mean?
really cool. I didn't know about that.
What do
and
you
then
mean?
You start seeing connections to the world.
You sound like more you're talking about a setup that gets paid off at some point, as opposed to world building. Because you're talking about the random government. Does the government come into play? That government, that shadow government you show? Because if it does, it's more so a setup.
But that was the Chimera Ant arc, where they go down in that bunker and then they go into the story about that government man. And
I personally don't remember, so
I remember that.
building and in the story, and you're just like, it's like when One Piece calls back to something that happened like millions of chapters ago.
that's not world building. It's just showing parts of the world that we know about.
It's a callback.
All you One Piece fans know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's like when One Piece
But I
calls
don't
back-
know what you mean in Hunter x Hunter, though.
Because I'm not a Hunter x Hunter fan. I don't remember a large portion of it.
something from a mile away, and you're just like, oh, I remember that. I remember when I read that in fucking high school, bro. We have problems, though.
Are we talking about clapping because thing we remember happened?
I'd like to know what he's talking about in Hunter x Hunter.
Us One Piece fans have problems because we are way too committed to this manga, bro. Like, I have been in this shit for years. I can't say that about a lot of anime.
Yes, if you're a fan, it's going to be a large commitment because it's one of the longest running series in history.
Like, for real. But forget that. We're talking about Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, the world building was indeed fire, But you know what was even more fire?
And Hunter x Hunter and the world building curtain down. We are done talking about the world
stinks.
building, and we're moving on to the most important thing, baby. You
cannot
understand
believe-
world building. You understand why it's great. Yeah, I talked about One Piece as much as I talked about Hunter x Hunter.
Maybe
but what
more
of it? But you understand? You done seen One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, so I don't have to explain this.
What was the third thing he mentioned? It was
Character development, world building, and stakes.
Stakes was not.
It gets real.
It gets real.
How real this shit got.
Like I said before, the Yorkview arc was intense. And then after that,
A bunch of mooks, no-name mooks died.
Please clap.
no hold bars. Everybody was getting murked. Everybody was about to get
These-
Who is everybody?
These
Who
are
is these
black
people?
suit muff random nobody dudes.
The red shirts of this series.
And then once we get the two Zoldyck family members fighting against Krollo, neither of them die.
murked. Like shit was weird. Like shit was crazy. This anime implements something that I think that a lot of anime simply need to implement. Just because you're a kid does not mean you're safe. Go-
Again, we were talking about this before. Krillin died in Dragon Ball.
Gohan got his neck broken.
Yusuke almost died multiple times. He's 14.
Chapter 1 of Bleach starts with a ghost child. Maybe.
Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
Oden and Killua were never safe, bro. These kids could die.
They were safe because they got out of all that They were for the most part, they were amongst the strongest people in the room. It wasn't until Chimera Ant where they really got theirs pushed in.
But you could, again, they could die at any point. Those two Chunin, the Razor brothers or whatever they were when they were trying to kill the bridge builder in Naruto, where they just rocked up and Sasuke took care of them. They could have killed everybody.
Haku died.
Haku died, a child. This whole there's death at every corner. That's
Rock Lee
shonen.
got his body pulverized.
He would be dead if Naruto and Shika didn't just look into his room like, oh, that's the Sam, mother. Why was there's nobody in the hospital that
It was a barren hospital.
it's a barren hospital?
You saw it. It was a barren
No, I'm
hospital.
saying it's a barren. Come on.
Well, okay. Once you apply the ninja salve or whatever they rub on mugs, what are you supposed to do? There's nothing. There's no care. Sasuke was just lying in a room for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, because there wasn't nothing they could do with him because his mind was shattered. And it was like, we need literally the best healer in the world for this. But when Nechi got injured, they put him in like a circle and they were like pumping him full of juice or something.
Okay, and that's basically calling a doctor in. Once the doctors have juiced you up, lay in the bed. What more do you
Look at
need?
this. His mouth is hooked up. They have an IV on my boot on my Rock Lee. They have
And look
nothing
at
on
that.
him.
One nurse looking at a chart.
There's 2 people in the room.
Where's the other one?
Right there. There's their other one.
One nurse is looking at the chart and the other one looking at a machine.
Yeah, there's 2 people. There's
Okay.
nobody in the room. There's nobody
Why would
leading
there
up
be-
to the room. I guess the mom teleported in.
So this is different because this is freshly, they just got back. We gotta circle them and hook them up to the machine. Rock Lee has been in that hospital for days. Why would there be a nurse in the room?
God, you need to check his vitals.
Every now and then, sure.
Yeah,
But
the win.
it just didn't happen at that moment. They checked on him.
And for the
once
entire moment that Gara walked into the hospital, there was nobody at the receptionist desk.
Into the hospital, sir.
Walked up to his room, presumably checked numerous rooms because it's just like it's not like he has a magnet on the muff. Went into him, breathed heavily over him, yelled, started to sand the muff. Shika and Naruto rock into the room. They start fighting. They start yelling, and then who rocks up? Guy.
Hey, Rock Lee was doing push-ups, and he had done a bunch before Nurse came. Nobody was watching him. Nobody was around.
Okay, I don't think that it is the point that I don't think that the point should be made that the hospital is bad. I don't think that should be the... Yes, okay. I understand
What's the problem?
So maybe the hospital shouldn't be bad.
Okay, we can have that conversation, but...
Once we're done with this conversation.
But the hospital is bad. So, like, what do you want me to do about it?
Why is the hospital bad?
They don't have enough people.
They have... For Neji, they have at least 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I can't say that there's anybody over there, but there's 9 people, and then there's a 10th mob going, I'm gonna take over. So there's 10 people.
They had to bring in
Ouchie, and then you got 2 people for Choji.
12. There's more ninja getting that we know than we see mobs in this hospital. So you know them Jonies rocking up with like severed limbs. You gotta call in the 9 months.
I'm just saying, this shouldn't be like this.
It shouldn't, but it is. So what do you want me to do about it? I can only go by the...
Kishimoto did not give half of
it needed to happen for the story. What's the problem?
That's not good enough.
Why not?
In 2 years, Sakura just becomes a world-class healer.
Yeah, but she was under the tutelage of the greatest of all time.
Why does she do a shadow clone and then just teach people?
She can't do a shadow clone.
I can't say that she can't do a shadow clone. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. If we didn't see them do it, that means that they can't do it.
Now you're learning.
There's so little about the hospital.
Why would anybody think about the hospital?
People should be thinking about the hospital.
Do you think about a hospital?
I didn't think about this hospital. It's
Exactly.
really bad.
Exactly.
Die at any moment. This anime wasn't afraid to show Gon and Killua in dangerous situations, and this anime was also
As opposed to home stuff.
Yes. Because
not
Gata he was walking in the hall with Shika and Naruto.
With no one around.
They were just shook. They're just like, this dude can kill us instantly. And he just didn't. But
this anime wasn't afraid to show Gon and Killua in dangerous situations, and this anime was also not afraid to show that there were human beings in this world that had no qualms with killing these kids. More anime need that. Like,
how many anime have child protagonists, and how many of those anime shy away from the villains trying to kill that child protagonist?
What? I'm not in. I don't know too much about Promised Neverland. But isn't it a lot about
it is
dying?
I'm shocked you don't know enough about it.
Yeah, it just always passed me by. I heard a lot about the second season being trash, and I kind of
want to.
When you watch an anime and the main character is safe just because they're a kid, it makes it really boring.
Such as? Yeah. Do you have any examples for this? What are you talking about when you say...
like Magical Sensei Negima or something?
Because weren't Gon and Killua 12?
Something like that.
And isn't Naruto also 12?
Yes, he is.
I don't know what he means.
And Goku was 12. And Krillin was 13, and he died.
What kid main characters feel safe in a shonen?
Gohan, I think, was 7 when he got his neck broken.
Against Raccoon?
Yeah.
He was. I think it was 4 in the beginning. 2 years.
Spaceship.
Might have been 7. 8 at the oldest.
8 at the oldest. And we're talking about anime shying away from kids.
See, when like you're someone like me who's 24 years old and is cool with watching the shonen shit, but also wants to like know that hey, characters die in this shit, you know? Like I need that in my animes now too.
But what anime are you talking about? And as a man that is considerably older than 24, I don't need that. I don't need mobs dying.
And also, Gon didn't die. Killua didn't die. Kurapika, Leorio didn't die. Gon was about to die. Gon, for all intents and purposes, should have died. But he didn't. That's fine.
Hunter x Hunter gives you that shit and it's fire.
No, he
Anyways,
doesn't.
we could talk about why Hunter x Hunter is straight fire for hours.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, what really matters is
It gets real is over.
Yeah.
It's real, it got real, and now we're moving on.
Character. Wow, he did all 3 of his topics in like less than 4 minutes.
I think he talked about the Tokyo card shop thing more than he talked about the stakes and it getting real.
Give this anime a try.
Yes, please do. The anime is fire. I repeat, fire. And Tagashi also created Yu Yu Hakusho, so there is that.
So, if this review sparked
You can't just go and then Yu Yu Hakusho.
How is there almost 3 minutes left?
He's gonna run another ad for the shop.
If you're interested in Hunter x Hunter, give the anime a look-see and let us know what you think about it.
If it didn't, let us know why you don't want to watch this masterpiece.
And if you are already part of the enlightened that watch Hunter x Hunter and is currently reading the manga or was reading the manga from Jump and is still reading the manga, let us know why you love Hunter x Hunter. Because honestly, at this point, you kind of have to love Hunter x Hunter. Like, do you see those speech bubbles, bro? They're fucking textbooks.
You know what? I kind of want to watch that Hunter x Hunter now.
I mean, if you try to watch that good shit, we can watch that good shit.
Say less, my guy. Oh, wait, by the way. I know a lot of you guys are confused that I didn't talk about Nen at all in this video. That's because Nen deserves his own video in and of itself. I wanted to mention it earlier, but I just got way into the hype of Hunter x Hunter. But yeah, we're gonna make a whole new video about why Nen is the best anime power explanation ever in creation. I'll have a better title and I'll have a better debate for it later on. But for now, just know that Hunter x Hunter is fire. You should give it a try. Get past the first arc, please. Just get past the first arc, right? And you'll thank me later, okay? Okay, cool. But yeah, we about to watch some Hunter x Hunter, so end slate. What's going on, Doji Famine?
He did not make that video.
Cool.
He did not. The video does not exist.
Cool.
It is nowhere.
It's like a 6.5.
Yeah.
He sucks though.
Yeah,
He stinks.
it's good. It's got stakes. Peace.
Kids don't typically die or are in danger in shonen. No citations.
What? Excuse me, pardon me?
All right.
Saturday, we have anything? Or we just winging it as always?
Yeah, no, this is a wing week.
Yeah, boy.
What did we do last week? Oh, we did Triggered last week. Yeah, no, this is a wing week. We did DSP the week before, and we still got to get back to that.
We're basically free.
Yeah.
We're not leaving anything on the table, are we? Oh, other than T23, but you know that's whatever.
Yeah, no.
We need a proper thing.
Yeah, all right,
So,
yeah.
we'll
We'll have
figure
a
it
typical Fang stream this week. Hey,
Hopefully.
it's been so long.
And this is just going to be a quick and dirty because we've got 3 videos coming out this week, and in addition to the stream, so get what you get.
4 videos in a week.
Crazy bars, crazy.
Hey, I'll say, okay, so in a 7-day period, we'll probably have done 14 hours of content.
We're too good to these people.
Legitimately, get them out of here. Stop coming to these. Yeah. The only thing that's hurt recently There's been a lot of fart wee woos, and this feels like it's about to be another fart.
There's
wee
no connection to be made. Help you gotta help me. I can't set myself up.
I don't even know how to set it up. Like, but here's the thing. I use the keyboard to you, and you just be like, "Oh, this is a new talking point." Okay, cool.
Why is he just silent after saying alarm? Durr.
So we're both a little at fault for the fart wheels. Enjoy this one as well, because
we'll be back on our game one day, and then the hits will keep on coming. That's it. Fart weevil? I don't know what you looking at me for.
You're the person that announces the weevil, so you've got to say fart weevil.
It's fine to just let it go.
Like a fart?
No. No, but